Herald has been holding Yummy back. We don't need it. I'm going to show you exactly why. Herald was a crutch for Yummy. We're going to do 1 minute of theory right now. I'm going to show you the craziest 3 replays you'll ever see. I put up 10 negates now going first. I OTK'd a 10 interruption board and then put up 10 negates after. And the crazy thing is, I'm not even capping or coping. And I'm going to show you. I have yet to sleep. Currently, the second the balance got announced, I dueled until 9 a.m. the next day, 21 straight hours of dueling. I couldn't sleep at 10:30 because I was busy dreaming about Cupsy Wupsy, and then I went straight back to my stream. So this video, I'm going to give you 1 minute of great theory, and then I'm going to show you guys 3 replays on how Yummy is saved. Herald has held us back. Herald is a crutch. We relied on Herald to be negates. When Dragon Rulers got banned for the first time, they got better the next format. Whenever Dragon Ruler went from 3 to 1. Why? Because it made people be creative to figure out amazing combos. When Zodiac Rapier went from 3 to 2, someone discovered Fusion Substitute, and it was the best Zodiac has ever been. I have discovered the best way to play Yummy. It's fucking incredible, and I'm going to show you in this video. Herald was a crutch. Habakiri was a crutch. Snatchy was a crutch. Why would you play 3 Snatchies when 1 Snatchy is all you need? Would you ever want 3 Snatchies in real life? No. 1 Snatch for the rest of your life. That's how good men do. 1 woman forever. You don't need 3 women. 1 Snatch is better than 3 Snatchy. Herald's a crutch. Habakiri's a crutch. Snatchy's a crutch. I ain't injured. I ain't injured, chat. I ain't injured. Why do I need crutches for? What do I need crutches for? I ain't injured. I'm the most able-bodied human being in the world. I ain't need no crutch. So I'm going to show you guys now the best way to play Yummy. Before we do, I will be showing you guys 3 incredible replays where I put up 10 negates through Perulia and Ash Blossom. I ignore Perulia. I say draw, pleb. I'll put up more negates than you have cards. I OTK 10 interruptions with 10, and after OTK, I put up 10 interruptions after that from his 10 interruptions. He's playing Radiant Typhoon, Runic for Hire, some shit. So many interruptions. I'm not showing you guys this deck list because this deck list is the exact deck list that I will be taking to the 300th at Mexico. If you want to see this deck list and if you want to train with me every day, if you see this, watch this. If you think I know what I'm talking about, 3-time ICS champ here, sign up for my Metafy. I'm going live on Metafy every fucking day from now, every weekday from now until the 300th. You will never receive more value. It is 40 hours a month of specialized Trif coaching on this deck list that I will only show on Metafy for only $50 a month. It's fucking unreal value. Everyone watching right now live can attest to it because they all saw. Right? I'm live now on Twitch and YouTube. They all attest to it. Information on it is incredible. On top of that, when I do release my Radiant Typhoon Yummy Masterclass, which is what this deck is because I have the best bridge in the world, anyone in the Masterclass anyone in Metafy gets the Masterclass for free. You don't need to, if you're going to pay $50 for the Masterclass, just join the Metafy and you literally get it for free. So with that being said, let's get started. Mr. Holy Shit says, can he win something before the Masterclass? I already won 3 YCSs. I'm getting tired of winning already. So for the remaining now, I'm going to show you guys the 3 absolutely crazy things here. So 1 second. It's actually so incredibly broken. Okay. So we're going second. Someone in the chat saying, I'm not buying your subscription, bro. You're a damn fool, champ. They're watching live on Twitch. There's a reason why I don't want to reveal my deck. So everyone thinks Yummy is cope right now. Twitch chat and YouTube chat has spent half their comments saying my deck is cope. You guys be I want you guys to be the honest factor. Because I was actually going to release this deck for free to everyone. That was my full intention. But Twitch and YouTube pissed me off. The comments are talking shit about my deck, and I realize you guys don't fucking deserve my deck. I was the one that didn't sleep tonight. I was the one that spent 25 hours building this shit. You don't fucking deserve shit. I don't gotta show you anything. Fuck you guys, you right? So I don't like if you're talking shit, you don't deserve to even see this. So that's why I decided I'm gonna post it on my Metafy only. That's it. And for if you can't afford the Metafy, DM me on Discord immediately. I will send it to you. I don't give a shit. I'll show it to my actual fans that are loyal and not the fucking idiots that talk shit. You guys watch this. I'm gonna allow my opponent to combo. I play 0 hand traps. I don't even play Fua. I don't play Perulia. They are more crutches. I don't need to, like, if you Fua Radiant Typhon, they still end on quite a large interruption versus Fua. On top of that, they could Ash it, they could Call by it, they could cross out it. It doesn't matter. I'm gonna allow my opponent to do the full Radiant Typhon board here while still doing the full Fur Hire board. Fur Hire is a deck to be, it's not a deck to play around with next format. Fur Hire is actually incredibly good next format. They get even more powerful cards. Even more powerful cards. It's a very good deck, and I actually want to play it. Now, the first thing I'm gonna say when you look at my deck, Cup Yummy and Radiance are the best bridge together because they're all special summons, they're all normal summons, they're all Wing Beast, Beast, Warrior, etc. And they all bridge to each other incredibly well. This is the new Mitsurugi without the bricks. There is 3 bricks in my 60 card deck. You don't need to play this deck at 60. I just like it at 60. It allows me to do more combos, more starters, allows me to do more shit and more actions and more plays. As you're gonna see, the amount of bombs in my extra deck are, I have more bombs in my extra deck than my opponent has negates. There's just only so many. When Needle Fiber was around, Dragon Link was so powerful because you had to interrupt LP, you had to interrupt Striker Dragon, you had to interrupt Needle Fiber, you have to interrupt Oradon, you have to interrupt Agar Pain, you have to interrupt Pisty. Like, there's just so much shit you have to stop. This deck is the exact same way. Someone mentioned it's strictly going second. It's a go first deck with 35 board breakers, but the reason why the board breakers are so powerful is half of those 35 breakers are also full combo. That's why Radiant is so broken. If in this game state, I want everyone to ask themselves a question. What are the 2 most played decks? Radiant Typhoon, Draco Tail. MST is the card of the format. When Radiant or Draco Tail is going second, if you could check the Radiant Typhoon card, for example, if I go chant to search MST right now, I draw my 6th card, chant search MST. If I need Radiant this is full, chant is full combo. Chant is full Yummy combo and full Radiant combo. If I need my Radiant combo or a Yummy, I could search it. But in right now this situation, the way you defeat Draco Tail and Radiant Typhoon going second, you don't need hand traps. Hand traps are for people that have trouble breaking boards. You need 1 MST and 1 board breaker. That's enough. Because when you're going to save your board breaker at the most opportune time for the opponent to mandate it, then you just chain MST. The way you defeat Radiant Typhoon moving forward is you have to win the MST battle, the mandate battle. Your quick play spell has to be chained as the last quick play spell. That's how you win. So what do I do here? I'm going to bait my opponent. Cupsy, Snatchy. There's so much pressure. What could he stop? He forgot to do draw first. You save Crusea for the very end. People believe that so the reason Radiant's so good is it has 12, or it has actually 18 1-card starters, but none of those 18 cards stop you to wins. The only card that puts you to wins is 1 card, is Crusea, which you normally search at the very end. You don't play any other locks, and you simply just summon Crusea as your very last play. So watch this now. I'm gonna summon Cookie. I'm gonna go Minion. He's using the MST on the Minion. He kind of has to, otherwise I'll enter battle, kill everything. This droplet was not even a crazy value droplet. This deck has so many breakers, so many quick play spells, and the quick play spells trigger the Crusea or the other Radiant cards. They work so well. The synergy is next level with quick play spells. The fact that they all search each other, they're all quick play spells. If it's not a quick play spell in hand, every card searches a quick play spell. They're all full combo. I droplet, I win the MST war, which means I'm able to pop the spell card. And I'm able to, the reason I did this is to dodge the draw 3, because Fogo could draw 3. I get Cookie out here, and I want to book the Raphael. And I continue now. He uses it to draw 1 card. I summon out Cookie and Cookie Snatchy, Marshmallow. I pop a card. I haven't even started yet. I literally haven't even began my combos. I literally have 5 more bombs, and I just outed my opponent's entire board with 1 MST and 1 droplet. and 1 starter. That's it. And I have 3 cards to fuck around with. This happens again. This is 10 interruptions if he did it properly. He actually has 10 interruptions on board if he did it properly. Like, he just couldn't. He just couldn't do it properly because of how many cards we have. I'm going to keep showing you now. Keep watching, okay? Now, let's say he had more stuff. Let's say my opponent is allowed to start with 10 cards instead of 6. Let's just say. It doesn't matter. 1 MST, 1 droplet. 1 MST, 1 Forbidden Chalice. 1 MST, 1 Forbidden Crown. It literally handles every... Like, what I realized is MST is the god card of the format. So we have this situation. I'm still saving surprise. I haven't surprise special yet. My last push is Crusea. Like, this is the most godly last push ever. I reactivate I re-put the minion. I enter battle to kill all this shit. You guys let me know if there's something like I go Mannequin Cat. Mannequin Cat's one of the bombs. People, I said Herald and Habakiri were crutches for Yummy. You don't even need a second Snatchy whatsoever when you have a Karibo. It's the same shit. And on top of that, you have a free Karibo effect to protect you from battle for free now. Mannequin Cat bridges anything in the world going second. Because your original, listen closely, because your original Cupsy Way cannot actually make Snatchy, because you used your Snatchy already, you're left with 2 level 2s on board, way more than before. And that's the best line. Even if he nibs me right now, the game's over. You go surprise to trigger add Marshmallow, trigger the Crusea, and 1 Crusea resolving is 3 Omni negates. That's why this deck's so broken. You can only stop X amount of cards. Yummy is not needed for the end board, even though you have a free cookie, lollipop, and cookie book and surprise for free. Yummy is used because 1 Yummy card applies so much fucking pressure and 5 bodies for free that we need to use those bodies smartly. So what do? Mannequin Cat effect. Summon something useless, effect, summon Radiant Swen. I now have full Radiant combo. Going second is 1 Mannequin Cat. You don't even need to play 10 bricks in your extra deck. You're able to do anything you want going second. Onari. Onari used to be dog shit. Do you guys want to know what Onari does in a deck? With 25 quick play spells in the deck and every quick play spell searchable? It's ridiculous. This is how you end on 3 MSTs, by the way. You could even go into an XYZ1 you search Nerval. You can search Crow. Now that I don't need it anymore, Sprite Sprint. Do you guys see a single brick in my graveyard right now? Do you guys see a single brick? All of these cards was possible because Herald was banned. I actually thank Konami for banning Herald because it allowed me to ascend to new heights of deck building and the deck. Now I'm able to go into Kit. Kit's full combo by itself. Kit is, if you hard draw Kit, it's full combo. But now you have Sprite Sprint to send the Kit. To send the new Kit. And this card is a light beast. If you hard draw this card, it just makes Snatchy immediately. No bricks. I play a super minimal Tri-Brigade engine. Super minimal. Because I don't want too much extra deck space. But this is another bridge now. I'm not even using the new Tri-Brigade Link 2 because the Tri-Brigade Link 2 locks you. I don't like locks. No locks are allowed in this deck. There's no locks that are allowed. I'm playing this deck how a combo deck should be played. It's like all of these cards, every Radiant card, every Yummy card, every Tri-Brigade card, they might as well be all called Yummy cards. Join the Metafy. Now, a lot of Tri-Brigade Yummy decks are coping a little bit. You don't need all that extra. I don't want to open Tri-Brigade cards. I want to open Yummy cards. The reason all of this is possible from 1 Cupsy. What you're looking at right now on the board and my hand is 1 Cupsy. That's it. Cupsy gets to the Radiant. It even gets to Omen. Omen banished some shit. I banished the trap or that. And then it searches. And then it searches the other Radiant. Y'all see this shit? It's actually so broken. And as far as an end board piece, normally, Mannequin Cat will stay on the board with Sprite Sprint. Because that's not only a free bounce on the opponent's turn for free, but on the opponent's turn, Mannequin Cat summons multiple interruptions. If you're missing something from your board, Mannequin Cat can summon it. If you're under Fualos, if you're under Perulia, if you're under Droll, if you get drolled, Mannequin Cat is how you win the game. How? I'll leave that for you guys to find out on Metafire yourselves. You don't. It's. I thought of everything here. I coped on everything. I coped on Yugioh Defender. I coped on everything you can imagine. Colossus, Cupid Pitch, everything. But why play these bricks? Why play Hoppier? Why play Sangan? I fucked around with Cupid Pitch, search Sangan, summon Sangan with Ancient Fairy Dragon, search either Retaliating Seaver, Draco Tail, or search Ash or a Droll, whatever. But this is just like zero, the only 3 bricks in the deck. Yummy Surprise, Yummy Minion, and the Radiant Trap card. That's it. That's it. In 60 fucking cards. Every deck, every hand is absolute gas. Add. And the end board here, which I want to show you guys. Now that I'm done my combo, now that I'm done with my links, it's a simplified game state. You know, we could have keep Mannequin Cat on board for another interruption, but I don't need it. Now we summon Crosea. Now we summon Crosea. By the way, he had 10 interactions if he used it properly. Probably 5 real ones. He didn't do the best, but still. After obliterating any... Wait, one more big thing. What Runic does better... Oh, sorry, what Furhire does better than anything, and Radiant Typhoon. Radiant Typhoon and Furhire plus like a motherfucker. They're some of the most plus decks in the universe. He's at 1 card in hand, and he's about to be... He had like 18 on board. He's going to be left with 0. You summon another pop 2. Even if he had 2 more slots, I could pop 2. I'm going to end on a monster negate on top. This is utterly broken. On the opponent's turn, you're also summoning a monster negate. After I cleared the entire board, we have double MST, which for those who don't know, the MSTs with the trap, the reason why it goes so well is here, the end board was missing Omni Negates. 1 Yummy card leads to full Radiant Typhoon combo, which leads to 3 MST Omni Negates. If I open 1 Yummy, where this is going second. I'm going to show you what it does going first now. This is going second. This is going second. Now let me show you going first through Perulia. Okay? Going second, I set up this full thing. Okay, now let's go first. First a Charmy. Look at this setup. Everyone knows. How can everyone in the chat live, whether you're watching on YouTube, whether you're watching on Twitch, whether you're watching live at home later down the line or not live, you guys know what Perulia does to Radiant? It does a lot. I would like, preferably, if I wasn't Perulia, preferably, I like to summon 4 times with the Yummy card. Preferably. I like to summon 4 times from hand. Under Perulia, we'll be forced to summon 2 times from hand with Yummy cards. At the very least, 2 to 3. Radiance, they don't offer the same thing. You have to summon the 2 level 3s. You have to summon Crosea. That's the bare minimum. That's 6 draws. That's a lot. My opponent here, I'm actually going to allow him to draw 4 times. What the fuck is 4 draws to 10 negates? This deck is incredible to every single Charmy. In fact, it's better to Fualos than it is to Perulia. And it eats Droll alive. Like, this destroys Droll. Because your searches are in the draw phase. On top of that, some hands, you could summon up an Omni Negate before you get the main phase. Someone says, drawing all the bricks in a CC card deck can't be the deck's fault. There's 3 bricks in a CC card deck. Defeat this stupid ideology of CC card deck's brick. I have 3 bricks. I have more starters in my deck than you have cards in your deck. And because half of those starters are also breakers, I also have 35 breakers, almost more breakers than you have cards in deck. It's just simply the best fucking deck. Seriously, it's not even close. Metafy to learn it more. I'm going live. As soon as the stream's done, I'm going to go coach you guys on it live. I special Swen here over the cookie because I feel that this would be better into a Droll. He goes standby face first, he goes Perulia. So standby goes Perulia. Okay, fair. All right, so to Perulia, I'm like, all right, I'll just chain this now. I want him to Droll me here even in the standby. It's tough, but it's fine. I put the Flame Engrave. I'm kind of thinking here, all right, let's go cookie. I want at the very least, I want my Yummy shit, and then I'll figure out if I even need to summon Crosea and shit later. Look at this. In fact, anti-spell. Yeah, I have 3 MSTs, guys. Spell Canceller is the only card that destroys my deck, but fuck, you better have it. So I'm forced to summon a Swan here to give a draw. Like, as you see, Perulia, it hurts a lot. Like, I don't even want to go Like I can't. It's tough. He ashed my Cupsy way. Someone says, what if you're going second? I just showed going second. And I put up 10 interruptions. Anyways, so we go manifestation to send. I do an error here. Actually, no, it's not an error. I don't make errors, but it's just a small take back. All I have to do quickly, I just make SP for no reason. So ignore what you're about to see here, guys. I'm going back here because I need more space. Because I'm like, you know what? Even though I'm under Perulia, it is kind of fucking like, it feels bad not to summon Crisea. You're under Perulia, it's not like you're not going to summon Crisea, right? So I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna make the space, fuck it. So we're testing here. So you can do a take back. I make SP. If you recognize, I got rid of the Snatchy. The Snatchy is negated, okay? But I want zones available. That's why I did this under Karibo. Now watch this. I banned something for, okay, MST my own card. And now I go 3 different Radiants in the same chain link. When this deck gets hit with Perulia, I put Manifestation is a card that no Radiant deck plays. This card's fucking remarkable. It literally says, send a monster negate. I'm sending a Nibiru clause here. This card says, if you're going second, send a card that pops 2 cards your opponent has. This card says pop 2, basically. Or if you're going first, it says send Nibiru protection. Or search MST as a board breaker. Fucking crazy. And it's a quick play spell. The deck needs it for the synergy. It's like Endymion needs spells. This deck needs quick play spells. So now I summon all 3 of these at the same time. He gets a draw off the Crisea, and I trigger my Crisea now. I have enough yummy stuff. I don't need to do more yummy shit. One yummy synchro staying on board means you get all yummy interrupts. I don't need to do more. Effect, I haven't even used this one yet. This MST was in my deck. I just added it now. Chain. Radiant Typhoon cards are so broken, it's like surprise. I could use this effect once per turn, and I could use this effect once per turn. If that wasn't the case, I might not be playing this deck. It's so amazing that it does that. And now through Perulia and Ash Blossom at the perfect times, I have quadruple Omni Negate. I draw 1 through Perulia and Ash. I have the triple MST. I have a triple MST. MST against Draco Tail is even better because you actually, so what you do against Draco Tail, if you're playing Radiant Typhoon or Radiant Yummy, which I assume you'll be doing after you join my Metafy, is you negate the first few spells, and then if they resolve, the only way they could get the fusion summoning is 5 mana. But by the time they do that, they're very short on cards. So when they set the spells, it's so fucking broken. Let's say they activate, for example, there a lot of expenders, Spenta, Fallen, White Dragon, you know, maybe whatever. And then they Lucius, 5 mana. They set the 2 spells. This deck's so broken. They activate Rahu. You MST, pop the Ketu, and then you use your mandate to negate the Rahu. It's fucking crazy. It's actually fucking crazy. So what do we do in this game state? Also, for those that don't know, so this is triple MST. This is droplet to stop it. We have SP double bounce. We have a monster Omni Negate. We have a pop 2 cards at the conclusion. We have pop 2 cards with Phoenix. He can never resolve. You know how in Yummy, yeah, you guys know the feeling in Yummy when a Yummy card, when your opponent resolves a Draco Tail card, going second against Yummy, you feel like you lose. Everyone watching, do you guys get what I'm saying with this? You guys get what I'm saying with that? Like you feel like you insta lose because, you know, they send Pan, they send Malulu. You're like, okay, all my shit's gonna get non-target negated, and I can't pop the Rahu and Ketu. This deck, you can never do that against this deck. You don't give a fuck about whatever they fusion, because the second they fusion, you're allowed, like, your MSTs get even more value. I don't want to pop their monsters. When I summon my Phoenix, I want it to pop their 2 back row spells, right? It's such a great matchup. So I have the 3 MST Omni Negates, MST to hit their actual sets if I need to. We have a draw 1. We have a droplet for their normal summon. We have SP on their normal summon to another card they don't set. We have an Omni Negate in Varun. This is, so that's 5, 6. We have pop 2 in Phoenix, that's 7. And then we have full Yummy. We have a draw 1, and we have full Yummy interruptions. So that'll be Cookie Pop, Cookie Double, Book, and then Lollipop. This is 10 interruptions I have 10 interruptions, 3 of which are Omni negates against Perulia and Ash. He should have 4 less cards in hand. He's gonna drop for turn now, I believe. He should have 4 less cards in hand right now. 11, my bad, lost count. Sorry guys. He should have 3 or 4 less cards in hand right now. I got Perulia and Ashed. Perulia is supposed to be the stopper of the deck. Now this, I'm gonna fast forward this replay. I do lose this one, but actually I want to show you guys this. I still almost won this. The reason why I couldn't is he had Dragon's Mind really hurt. Like, so evenly, I don't know if it's good or not yet, okay guys? Because if let's say, for sure he's playing branded shit, right? Obviously. So if he got to the branded engine, he would also have a Sanctifier. So if I enter battle phase, he Sanctifier summons a monster I have. I lose my battle phase and evenly does nothing. So the reason I couldn't win this one is I had too many breakers. I go evenly, he goes Dragon's Mind. Unfortunate. I go True Nade, knowing for a fact he's gonna hit it with Flame. This is where cards like MST are broken. If I MST that, this resolves. That means you get rid of Sting, you get rid of Horn, you get rid of Fallen Virtuous, right? I have another Duster, so I let that go. He top decks Nibiru like a fucking legend. I get some searches here, and then I Duster. I don't do it yet. I Duster now, so I could immediately at the conclusion special for free. In this game state, normally you have 4 cards. Like the Dragon's Mind hurt a lot for sure. And what hurt the most is he used Dragon Mind on res to set it, because that means I can't special. I have to normal it. That cost the game. Y'all see that? So Dragon's Mind is actually crazy against this deck, because you're not gonna randomly change 5 mana for no reason right now. After I clear your back row, you're gonna use it to interrupt something, right? So you always get free specials off Eldam playing board breaker decks. I have to normal this shit, sadly, and that hurt a lot. That was the difference of winning and losing, I felt. Effect to draw 2, lets it go. If this was special, my Lollipop could be normaled. I summon the Phoenix, activate, pop both, get Swen. And this is an interesting game state as well. You change 5 mana, and that's also very good because 5 mana could then set 5 mana could set a spell, so I can't use it. So right here, I won the game. All I do is just normal and I win. But because this or special, because this was forced to be special, that's something to keep in mind. Dragon's Mind is fucking crazy. Now this is a big one. I'm going Fua, Ash, Nibiru, Lucius, Fallen the Virtuous. Everyone knows Fallen the Virtuous is crazy against Mandate, by the way. Because you just say it's his face-up card, right? He has the most custom go second hand in the world. Our deck dies to Nibiru, doesn't it, guys? In chat, please tell me, does it die to Nibiru? I'll show you what it does, not to Nibiru. I start off with Radiant. I want to save the Cupsy in my hand as like as a surprise. That was not a dad joke, but I just want to save it as an actual surprise there. I don't want him to know. So I asked the Fua, cool. So we lose 1 card here. This was an old bridge of mine, just because it was super cool, and this takes up 2 slots. My new one also still takes 2. It just Gabanga search any goblin. The normal goblin's the coolest one. You do gravity controller summon, easy. You could play a Memento Goblin if you want. It's just an easy bridge if you don't want to play the bridge I do. But my bridge currently is a bit better. I special the Cupsy now in case he wants to buy normal Goblin if you 5 mana. And now this is why this deck's so broken. Okay? We went through the Radiant stuff. I have my Corsair. I no longer give a fuck. This is the whole point of Radiant. They give free bodies for free. It's full yummy combo and free bodies going second, free MSTs. And the Corsair that you get last, you save it for last. You save it for last. Because now when he does Nibiru me, no problem. Resolution, surprise, trigger special Corsair, etc. When I wasn't that good at Yu-Gi-Oh, when I was 8, Jesse told me it was Sword Soul format. his Sword Soul deck was a lot better than everyone else's Sword Soul deck. It was like a cool Sword Soul deck that did shit. He told me the best way to play around Nibiru is to play through Nibiru, if you know what I mean. Not to like go out of your way to set up negates. Get so much value and so much plus that you just go through the Nibiru. That if they Nibiru you at any moment, it's not lethal. Does that make sense? The Nibiru my opponent's gonna do on me is like, it feels like it's game over. It's like a Nibiru for 6 after I used all my cards. But you do that at the conclusion when you allow them to Nibiru you. So at this game state, right here, I thought he had no nib. I thought he had no nib at this game state because this was kind of like an easy time to nib, because why wait to figure out what I'm playing to play around it? Karibo was a mistake. At this exact moment is when I recognize we need more. This is when I removed the Gubanga stuff for some other cards because I have my bridge already had a bridge that was better. But this is where you play Onari. You're literally playing an MST deck. You're playing a deck with 30 quick play spells. At this game state, the way to play around Nibiru is get value off your cards. Literally get fucking value off your cards. I could XYZ them to go to search Nerval. Nerval's full combo. 2 level 1s to XYZ 1. I could turn my 2 level 2s into Mannequin Cat. Mannequin Cat, special Fualos, special Irradiant for my deck. I could go into Herald to add any Radiant card from my grave or any Yummy card from my grave or an Ash from my grave. That's the best way to play around it because they're forced to nib them. It's the same thing as a negate. That makes sense? If you're going out of your way to play around nib so much, just play through it. So that's where I learned this error. If I went Onari, if I went Mannequin Cat, that's how you play through nib. You put up so many fucking negates, and on top of that, if I go Mannequin Cat, you could special the Nibiru protection that Radiant has. So this is where I made a huge error. But what at the time, what I was doing, I was making SP before. So now I have SP on the field. So if he Nibirus me at any time, I SP protect my best card, and I have, like, it's not the worst. I go surprise, and this is where I use the surprise to get Marshmallow, and I trigger the Cresea as well. So he was super, super patient, by the way. He did not ash my Cupsy. My Cupsy or my Cupsy. He didn't ash any of them because he knows I have Cresea in hand. Smart. So when I activate Cresea, he was saving his ash this whole time, knowing he has the nib for my full board. So looking back, Mannequin Cat would have been fucking broken because I'd have a monster negate right now, but that's fine. I chain. At this game state, I mean, you have no choice but to nib. This is 6 bodies on board. You actually are forced to nib there. So I have these bodies. He nibs here. The tuner, this is ashed. I could make any synchro. So at this point, he's literally forced to Nibiru, quite literally forced. So you just chain SP on your Cupsy way. I should also have access to the link too, but again, he saved his Ash for Cresea. Good on him. He played that very, very well. This was like the worst Nib Ash combo I could ever think of, ever. All right, cool story. Thrust, it doesn't even need to be thrust. This could have been an extender. If this was an extender, I would have much preferred. I was really debating talents to steal the Nibiru. I have a card that allows me to summon Cookie, and I could keep going. I was really debating it, but I was like, just look at hand. This is surely trolling to not do that. And my opponent's going to be left with 2 cards. My SP comes back, my Lollipop comes back, and I even had I have follow up, and we win here. Even if he drew Rahu, it's over. Enter battle to kill a Cupsy or SP. Marshmallow, Linkaribo, no snatching, no problem. A free Linkaribo to protect in battle now. Tries to pop, I chain, and this game. This was through Fua, Nib, Ash. And we don't even play the Nib answers. That didn't need to be talents. That card could have been Forbidden Chalice. It would have been the same thing. Thanks, dude, for the raid. Let's go. Over here, we went second. We destroyed Runic fully. Everything was destruction. This is the best deck. All right, guys. This is a long-ass video for YouTube. This is what I believe is the best deck. I am playing this deck moving forward, and I'm taking the deck to the 300s. If you want to learn more on how to play this deck inside out, I'm hosting a Metafy class tonight after my stream. On top of that, there'll be everyday streams on Metafy, and I'll be releasing a masterclass for Radiant Yummy, which I'm telling you guys right now is the absolute best deck of the format because it doesn't lose. Going second, doesn't matter what your hand is. 9 out of 10 times, it beats Draco Tail. Not going second with 0 hand traps. 9 out of 10 times, it does the same thing versus Radiant. And 9 out of 10 times, it does that versus the rest. So that's what I feel. Thank you guys for watching. Bye. Metafy down below. Bye.